Good night, tutor and classmate. My name is Nancy Angelica Bermúdez Calderon, and I, a student from the bachelor degree in foreign languages in emphasis on English at Universidad Nacional Abierta de Distancia. Today, I am going to present my pedagogical research project entitled "In Chasing Listening Comprehension Through Digital Tools and Interactive Strategies in Young EFL learns. This research project was developed during my pedagogical practice process and focused on improving listening comprehension skills through meaningful and interactive activities supported by technology. Practice scenarios. My pedagogical practice was developed and Star Kids Plaza Las Americas with the astronaut growth composed of young learners at a beginner level of English. The students were energetic, curious, and motivated to participate in class activities. However, many of them presented difficulties understanding spoken English, recognizing vocabulary, and participating confidently during listening activities. Throughout classroom observation and field diaries, I identify the importance of creating motivation and student-centered learning environment where students could feel more engaged and comfortable during the learning process. This experience allowed me to understand students' educational needs and reflect on the importance of meaningful teaching practice. Research questions and objectives. The main research question of this project was how can digital tools improve listening comprehension in young English learners? The general objective was to enhance students' listening comprehension skills through the implementation of interactive digital tools such as Educaplay. Some specific objectives include identifying student listening difficulties, implementing interactive listening activities, evaluating participation and comprehension, and analyzing the impact of technology on student learning process. These objectives guide the development of the lesson plans or the classroom activities during the pedagogical practice. Literature review. For the development of this research project, I revised different theoretical and pedagogical sources related to listening comprehension, educational technology, and language acquisition. Jeremy Harman explained the listening comprehension involves recognizing sounds and interpreting meaning throughout context and previous knowledge. Vander, Vandergrift and Gauss describe listening as an intense cognitive process that requires attention, interpretation, and interactions. Additional Chappell highlight the importance of technology in language learning because digital tools provide authentic interaction, immediately feedback, and meaning learning opportunities. Authors such as Rhodes, Brown, Richard, and Noonan also contribute important ideas related to communicating learning motivation, scaffolding, and student participation. These theoretical foundations were essential because they guide the design of the pedagogical strategies implemented during the research process. Research process. For the executions on the research project, I followed a qualitative and reflective approach focused on observing student participation, listening difficulties, and learning progress. During the pedagogical practice, I implement different lesson plans supported by digital tools such as Educaplay. The activities include phonics game, listening exercise, sounds, flashcard videos, worksheets, and oral participation activities. The collect information I use a file diaries, classroom observation, oral response, and student participation during the activities. The integration, interactive, and gamified activities increase student motivation, confidence, and participation during the English class. Poster. This poster reflects the importance of ensuring listening comprehension in young learners through the implementation of digital tools and interactive strategies. The main message of this research is that students learn English more effectively when they participate in meaningful, motivate, and student-centered activities supported by technology. Another important message reflected in the poster is the role of the teacher as a guide and facilitator who creates inclusive and engaging learning environment according to students' needs and learning styles. The research emphasizes that technology, when used appropriately, can positive influence language acquisition and make the learning process more dynamic and meaningful for young learners. Finally, the poster represents the connection between educational research and pedagogical practice, showing how observation, reflection, lesson plans, and classroom interventions can help teachers identify students' difficulties and propose effective educational solutions that contribute to meaningful language learning. Result reflections. One of the most positive aspects of this research process was observing how the student became more motivated and engaged during listening activities supported by technology. Students participate more actively and demonstrate greater confidence while recognizing vocabulary and responding to oral instructions. This experience all helped me strengthen important professional values such as passion, empathy, creative responsibility, and reflective teaching. I understood that language learning becomes more meaningful when students feel comfortable, motivated, and emotionally connected to classroom activities. Conclusions. In conclusion, this pedagogical and research experience was very meaningful for me professional growth because it allowed me to connect theory with practice and better understand students' learning needs. Through the implementation of digital tools and interactive activities, I observed that students became more motivated, participate, and confident during listening activities. These research also help me understand that listening comprehension can be strange when teach create meaningful, inclusive, and student-centered learning environment supported by technology, gains, sounds, and visual resources. In addition, I learning the importance of reflection, creativity, passion, and empathy in the teaching professions. Finally, this experience inspired me to continue improving my pedagogical, technological, and research skill as a future English teacher committed to creating positive and meaningful learning experience for students. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye bye.